Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum dear students. This session focuses on syllabus, classifications and LTM. I hope and expect this would provide you some insights into varied kind of classifications of syllabus. Well, my dear students, Wilkins 1976 proposed two broader classifications of syllabus and divided syllabuses into synthetic syllabuses and analytical syllabuses. The underlying assumption behind the synthetic syllabus is that a language system can be A. analyzed into its smaller units of grammar, structures, lexical items, or functional categories. B. According to the synthetic syllabus, the language system is classified in some manageable and useful ways. And C. presented to the learner one by one for their understanding and assimilation. So these are the major underpinnings of the synthetic type of syllabus. The learners then can be expected to synthesize all the separate elements in order to get the totality of the language. So language is taught into bits and pieces. It is broken into pieces. It is taught in pieces. And the learners have to bring all those pieces together to have the real feel of the totality of the language. Because the synthesis is done by the learner, the syllabus is dubbed synthetic. The language-centered as well as learner-centered methods follow the synthetic syllabus. Well, language-centered pedagogists divide suitable classroom procedures for the teachers to present and help learners how to synthesize discrete items of grammar and vocabulary, while learner-centered pedagogists did the same, adding the notional and the functional aspects. So, in other words, what I would say, in the processes where, learner-centered, learning processes were considered grammar and vocabulary teaching, whereas, further with the addition of the functions where the learners are to be prepared for further functions of language, the same classification of synthetic syllabus was used. As far as the second type of syllabus, that is the analytical syllabus, is concerned, the language input is presented to the learners not piece by piece, but in a fairly large chunk. These chunks will not have any specific linguistic focus. So, it's not so that the focus of this particular chunk is to teach present perfect tense, or to teach singular plurals, for example, or to teach any particular grammar rule. Rather, they will bring the learner's attention to the communicative features of the language, and in the process of learning language to communicate, they would learn various multiple language skills or multiple items of language. They are connected texts in the form of stories, games, problem-solving activities, tasks, etc. And it is the responsibility of the learner to analyze the connected texts into its smaller constituent elements. Hence the term analytical is used. So the learner basically would analyze how various elements or structures of language or vocabulary, etc. are operating. Learning centered methods adhere to the analytical approach to the syllabus construction. When it comes to the analytical syllabus, it is the learning centered methods that base themselves on it. Well, my dear students, Brown 1995 lists 7 basic types of syllabus that I would enumerate for you: structural syllabus, situational syllabus, topical, functional, and then notional syllabus, and then skill-based syllabus, and finally task-based syllabus. So these are the 7 basic types that Brown has given. And these can usually be linked to the specific approaches or methods. I would just give you a few examples. For example, the situational type of syllabus is associated with oral or situational method of teaching. The structural kind of syllabus is used in audiolingualism, whereas notional or functional syllabus is found in communicative language teaching, and the task-based syllabus is used in the task-based teaching. So there are various kind of classifications and various methods of teaching use what they find suitable out of these types.